Art Kurtz here for Easy Access Math, and we have another lesson on factoring by grouping. And this time, I'd like to have you stop the video before we show the answers and try to work it out on your own and see if we get the same answer. Okay, now let's look. We have 4r minus 4qr minus 6qt minus 6rs plus 9st. And we know it's grouping. It has the 4 elements. That's a sign. And nothing in common on all 4 sides. It's not difference of 2 squares. It's not a trinomial. So we know it's grouping. We split it down the middle like that. And I make my parentheses and I do common factoring on this side. And you may want to review some common factoring because that's what the grouping problem actually is, but twice. And we do have that negative sign in the middle. Remember, a positive sign, the 2 inner groups will match. With a negative sign, they won't, but it works out at the end because that negative tells you you need to change things. Okay, now I have over here the 4qr minus 6qt. I pull out what's common, a 2 and a q. I'll divide both sides by 2q, leaving me with 2r minus the sign 3t. Come on this side, let's see what I get. I have a common number of 3 over here and an s. And so I'll divide both sides by the 3s. And that leaves me with 2r plus, and 9 divided by 3 is 3t. And you say, oh, close, but it didn't work, and that's okay. The center sign being negative means this switches and they match. A positive there when the center sign is negative will turn negative, and the negative, if it was a negative in the second part, the second factor, it would turn positive when the center sign is negative. Now remember, if that center sign is positive, everything will stay the same, and it would naturally match with the first answer you got, that middle. So this does turn negative. It matches the negative here. So I have my factor of 2r minus 3t. 2r minus 3t is one of my factors. And remember, I got that right away. And my outer numbers are the 2q. I use the center sign as the middle sign to comprise the second parenthesis. And the center sign here is negative, so 2q minus the other outer number, 3s, which I get from here. It's comprised of the 2 outer numbers. I put the matching inner numbers in 1, and those are my 2 factors. Remember, you already got one of the factors just by doing a quarter of the work at the very beginning. And there's the other factor. I use FOIL to check. 2q times 2r will be 4qr. 2q times 3t for outer. Remember to practice your FOIL. Negative 6qt. My inner, negative 3s and 2r is negative 6s. R or rs. The order really doesn't matter when you multiply, but I'll keep them alphabetically. 6rs, and there it is. 6rs, 6sr would mean the same thing, because in multiplication the order doesn't matter. And last I have negative 3s and negative 3t is positive 9st, and there it is. So FOIL checks and everything matches. I have all my elements when I FOILed which means these are the two factors, 2q minus 3s in the first parentheses, and the 2r minus 3t in the second parentheses, which I had gotten early on in the procedure. And that's factoring by grouping. I hope you did well.